I am not sure if we are live. Maybe we are. Hey, Darsh, can you hear me and see me okay? Oh, I gotta add descriptions and everything to this. Okay, all right. Well, we're live on the new channel. You don't hear music though, yeah? Okay. Uh, all right, all right, all right. Which window am I in? Okay, no music is fine. No music is fine. I'm just testing some things out here. How's the video quality look? Is it too dark? Just right? All right, I should launch TikTok. What up, DW? So it's gonna be I'm probably gonna spend an hour playing around with this and TikTok, and then probably gonna play a little Warzone. Switch over to the regular stream, but I wanted to test this one out. Try and get the watch hours up. What's up, SD? How you doing? Because I've got OBS all switched up. Now the question is, if I can remember how to do TikTok, let's go. Let's try it out. Let's try it out. I think I remember how to do. How y'all doing today? Oh, it's morning time for y'all, right? I appreciate you, Darsh. I appreciate you. Is that a bonsai in the back? It is. A Lamborghini Doge. It is, DW. It's not a live bonsai, but there's a company here. So it was at some point. They take live like bonsais and different like plant art, and they preserve it. So it was live at some point. Now it's been preserved, and so it's real in terms of it was live at some point. But now it just there's no upkeep on it. And if you touch it, like if you could get a close up of it, it's like real grass and real bark and all that stuff. 913, okay. All right, let's see if TikTok wants to behave. Let's see if TikTok wants to behave. Should I be so lucky as to? Oh, TikTok has been weird though in terms of like getting to the go live stream. It's like something changed. Where's the go live stream button? I have no go live button on TikTok. That's that's insane. That is insane. Yeah, I've got no go live button. How does that work? Hmm. Y'all bear with me. The thing is, Rohan, I did a stream. I did like a just talking stream with another guy, Kelly, and I can go live from my phone, but it's like the desktop interface, they changed something. Like I'm supposed to be able to go live from the desktop or hit go live and then use the stream key. But it's like they moved it. Do I need to go to the live center maybe? Live room? It's like they moved the button, man. I don't have TikTok Live Studio, Esty. So I joined, I think last year, a TikTok agency. So I have a stream key for TikTok now. So I go live through OBS, but I still need to, in order to kick off the live, I still need to go like to actual like TikTok website and click go live. And then that allows me to put the stream key in OBS and do what I normally do. But something's funky in terms of maybe if I Google it, like did they move the go live button? So y'all bear with me. The plan was just yap for a little bit, a little while on TikTok, and then I haven't played Warzone in forever. I was gonna play some Warzone. Uh, move. Let me go to the Discord and see if that helps. Yeah, SD, TikTok doesn't do string keys anymore. But like I joined an agency. Test, test, test. Joined an agency, and if you stream, like I forgot what the requirements were for the agency last year. You had to stream a certain amount of days, a certain amount of hours, and whatever, and then apply for a stream key, and you got it. Because TikTok Live Studio was awful. It was a drain on the resources. It was constantly bugging. Let me post in the agency Discord, see if someone else knows. I see it didn't put my thumbnail up either, so I got to fix that piece. But we're live, and that's what counts. As for what's happening in my neck of the woods, it's almost the weekend. I'll be out this weekend. Probably gonna tour some of the heartlands here in Chinatown and just get some footage, try some food and stuff for Chinese New Year, which is the big celebration here. So that's gonna be fun. All right, which one is? This is wild. Like I can't. It's like they moved the whole. I see TikTok coins. I see my profile. Mm. I don't. Well, that's booty. I can watch other people's live. Mm. Just can't seem to do it myself. Let's check Creator Tools. Live Studio? No, I don't want to download that. Don't want to download that. All right, we'll have to see if we can get some music added and figure out how to use thumbnails on here. Hopefully Bella's doing okay, Rohan. Hope everyone's having a good week. What's up, Serenity? How you doing? I'm up past my bedtime, y'all. See how long I can stream. Hopefully you're doing well, Serenity. Hopefully the baby's doing well. Oh my goodness. We're just gonna do some yapping. I'm testing out the new stream on the new channel, Serenity. I'll probably do an hour or so of this if I can't get TikTok working, and then I'm gonna switch over to the other channel because I haven't been live on that one in a minute. We haven't played Warzone in a minute, so we're gonna play a little bit of Warzone. But for now, Darsh, what do you use when you film your content? What's up, Leather? I got this thing. Can you see it? It's a Pocket 3. So it's got like a little tripod. It's got like a little gimbal. And then when I'm out and about, I can choose between horizontal or vertical, which I think is actually pretty cool. So I can't wait to test this out. I did not like using my phone. Did not like that. I'll turn it off. So we're gonna put that bad boy to the test. In the red light district. That's crazy, DW. I was actually lurking in your stream when I saw you invited him and he just ignored y'all. I was actually lurking. Yeah, I switched from iPhone to like the Galaxy S24, Darsh, and I just didn't like it. Like I had like the phone holder, and so most of that that video on Arab Street was done with the phone, but it's just it's kind of cumbersome, right? It's a little cumbersome, and so I think I could have continued doing it on the phone, but I don't know. I'll never not try and find an excuse to get a new toy. Bear with me, y'all. I'm multitasking. I'm trying to go live on TikTok and just can't seem to figure it out. How did I do it the other day? Oh my god. Man, oh man, oh man. Where's the button, TikTok? Where is the button? The go live button. I can buy coins. Of course I can do that. What up, Sour? How you doing? I'm up past my damn bedtime. I'm trying to figure out TikTok, Sour. Like they changed some stuff. Like I can go live from my phone. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Bear with me. I'm trying to read and see what changed. All this says like there's no go live button on my profile though. Need coffee. The real corner. We doing some IRL this weekend though. Should be fun. We'll be doing Chinatown and one of the other heartlands here. Last time was a pain in the ass. So what I kept doing was I did little spurts of video, but this time I think I'm just gonna let it run continuously and then edit out whatever dead space. I think it turned out not bad for not having done it before. I wish I caught everything. There was definitely some funny interactions. It's like a balance though, especially if I'm out with the family, because I don't want them to feel like, oh my God, like they got a censor or whatever. So it's kind of like a balance I just got to get used to. Everywhere, Serenity. Everywhere. I think they will, Sour. I just got to get my weight up on the new channel. I know that YouTube's going to be pushing out small content creators because I do see a lot of similar videos, like street videos and stuff that do really, really well. It's just a matter of getting the reach out. And I'm still trying to figure out one thing I want to do better with this channel is like all the SEO hashtag stuff. I got to get that stuff. Chinatown, New York. This is Chinatown. I think every city has a Chinatown. Oh, come on. Just bear with me. Like, help me out here. So Tickfinity doesn't have it. Go get your coffee, man. Are you drinking coffee, Sour? Is everyone a coffee drinker? That's still one thing I haven't figured out here. I don't think I'll ever be a coffee drinker. I'm debating on So those of you that don't know, I'm on Red Note, and I came across this post on what. So these are there's black people and people of color in China and Japan and stuff like that, and a couple people have posted, what questions do you have to ask Black Americans? Any answer, any question is acceptable. I won't take offense. Some of these questions, y'all. Some of these questions are diabolical. Don't do me like that. I need to keep my TikTok hours up. And it is just not. How are they gonna do away with the live button? Hold on, y'all. But it's on my phone. Like if I open up TikTok on my phone, like I went live earlier this week from the damn phone. Hold on, let me see. This is crazy. Are they trolling me? No, they're not. They're not trolling me. I haven't. I recorded a video today. Do you want to see it? Do y'all want to see it? It seems that way, Leather. It's not a tech thing though. Since TikTok came back, the go live button is just different on the desktop. It's like it's not. If you want to see it, if y'all want to see it, Serenity, I'll show y'all. It's interesting. It's interesting. No, I got plenty of other stuff that goes wrong. I'm the world's bodiest tech guy. When it comes to PC and stuff, I'm just. I wonder if I gotta get tick. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna try one thing. I'm gonna show it to you, Serenity. I need to bring up. Do I need to download a desktop? All right, let's see. No, don't let that be a judge. I just have the world's worst luck with this kind of stuff. All right, let's see. We are. All right, here we go. Can y'all see that? Let me know if y'all can see the screen. You should be able to see it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Here, watch this. All right. We're not gonna read that one. Some of these folks wrote a book. I still can't accept mermaids being black. They can just recreate a movie with black people as the main characters. For example, Black Panther would be great. Now, here's the important thing, right? Because we're probably going to chop up some of the stream. Is anyone on Red Note? Because I got to give y'all some context. I don't want to spread hate here, but there needs to be some context. But I'm curious if anyone's on Red Note. Mm, 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 mm. It's interesting, right? So you got part of the internet that's saying that typical TikTok fools or people are just you're so fast to give your information to China, all these different stuff. Which you've heard me say before. If your data's been gone, right? Data's been gone. What's different about Red Note is that uh, the company is not proud. They're not chasing your attention span, right? If you look in their terms of service and their terms and conditions, it's a lot of talk about positive community. It's a lot of talk about anti-trolling. It's a lot of talk about no over sexualization. It's a lot of talk about if you are fortunate enough to have wealth, they're going to advise you to post with responsibility and understand that other people may be in a difficult position, and no flaunting of wealth, no flaunting of resources. I mean, it's insane. And the people on there, it's more focused on a community, right? It's more focused on, right, whether it's learning Mandarin, whether it's different activities, it's more focused on community sharing as opposed to like whatever the hell TikTok is with all the stuff that they do. So there's that part. Your wife has it, and then there've been a large number of Asian folks on there that have tried to kind of understand Americans and kind of just tried to create healthy dialogue and discourse. And then you have some of this stuff, right? This one's not so bad. I want to know who coined the term stereotype and what it means. What does Thanksgiving turkey taste like? Stay with me now. Okay, that's in the summer, does dark skin absorb more heat and feel hot to the touch? Do you need to wear sunscreen? Okay, yeah, that's not a bad one. One of my friends likes Michael Jackson, even though he's been dead for a long time. Michael Jackson's skin color has always been controversial. I'm curious, what do you think of Michael Jackson? What's up, Bibby? How you doing? I mean, there's a lot on here. I mean, there's a lot of talk about why are palms lighter from a biological perspective. They are. I mean, there's black people answering it. Um, my video that I'll probably release tomorrow is gonna agree to do a video on it and just talk about it because there's some things that I want to address on here that I think are a bit controversial. Trying to get to a couple of the ones that were a little bit wild. In the United States, if white people and black people fall in love and get married, will they be criticized? I'd like to know your thoughts on the Black Panther Party. That's a heavy one. Stereotype of black people are good dancers and they're born to rap. All right. I wish I knew. I wish I knew. There's one on here about chicken and watermelon, but they're asking why it's so offensive. Why don't you fight back? That's from Australia. That's what I think Wakanda is real. Why don't you fight back? That one, that was a heavy one for me. Like that was heavy because I'm like, do you? And right, so here's another thing I'll say. So I have a good friend. He's not going to be in the chat today because he's on active duty, right? And so males here have to serve in the military, right? You have to do a certain term, and then you're never done. You have to do this. It's like everyone's in the National Guard. But we were having a conversation with his name is E. He's been in the chat. Really intelligent dude. Won't say what he does, but we've had lots of historical conversations, and he's been sharing lots of context. And he talked about how on Red Note There's been a lot of talk about, you know, black people asking if they're safe in China and all these different things, you know, around Asians. And they were shocked. They were just like, why would people not feel safe here? Why would people feel hesitant? What's up, Famous? What's up, Remy? About going to China, right? And, you know, he was like, you know, it was just kind of wild. And I explained that I don't speak for all black people, but like a lot of black people don't like being stared at. And he's like, well, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? I'm like, okay, well, and here's the story I told. So you guys are hear it. You're going to hear it again in one of my shorts that I released. Everything has context, right? And so I'm tall. I'm a large man. And so we move here. I get stared at a bunch, right? But again, me and my son, when we're out and about, we get stared at. The dogs, we got German Shepherds, we get stared at, we get gawked at, right? Because of the nature of where I've lived and how much I've traveled, like you kind of get used to it. However, right, I had to explain to a couple people here, like, what a sundown town was. Now, there's a reason I'm going down this route. There's a reason I'm going down this road because a lot of people don't know what sundown towns are. And I explained that here and people were just mollified. They were just like, no way, no way. In 2025, I'm like, yeah, in 2025, there's sundown towns, right? And so I tell people like, if you want to understand how a person acts or a certain race or whatever it is, number one, understand that we're not all monolithic. We're not. We're not all the same. The same way not all Asians are the same way not all Indians are the same, like we're not, right? And so a lot of these questions, what I'd like to find a healthy way to do on Red Note is just be like, okay, well, guys, we're not all the same, right? But there's a reason behind certain people and certain contexts, right? When you grow up in the Deep South like I have, right? And, you know, I can probably, there's been several occurrences and several instances where I've had weapons pointed at me, right? Most people don't live a life like that, right? Where you have like these racial incidents that occur, right? To where your life is threatened, right? And so I tell them, I'm like, so when you are black, a lot of times, you know, you wonder, right? And I imagine it could be the same for other ethnicities and other minorities, right? But again, I'm like, when you are staring, right? You're staring because you're curious, but what goes through our mind is like, okay, well, are we good? Like, is this person staring because I don't belong? Is this person staring? I mean, there's lots of context, right? And I told them, like, some of us have grown up in some rough environment. So it's like you never really truly get rid of that wariness. And I don't think they understand that. And I think the people that I've shared that with here have been shocked. They were shocked. There's no way that happens in America, right? There's no way that at gun shows you have like literal Nazi memorabilia tables and KKK and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing. Rohan and Remy in the same chat. Oh, snap. So I think there's a chance here. There's an exercise here. Now trust me, I'm not going to take the if you know the Emmanuel Acho approach. Not a big fan, but there's a chance here. I think to kind of try and put some different myths to rest. This person says the black character in the movie that impressed me the most was Morpheus in The Matrix. He was really handsome. Okay. Who is Remy? When I lived in Texas, I was told not to go adventuring too far because there are Serenity. Yeah, there are. I don't venture like I've ventured through them and stuff. Yeah, but there are. And it's wild that people don't know that. Here's one. It's so strange why Chinese citizens think they understand racial issues in the United States better than black Americans. That's interesting. Yeah. Watermelon and chicken are also very sensitive elements for blacks now. Will whites still discriminate against blacks now? Okay. Do you have any delicious recommendations? Want a recipe? Okay. All right. It's like that. Kind of like asking if you know any good dances, but not quite the same. But we're going over Red Note, Remy, and I don't know how my video is going to be received. I don't know how my video is going to be received. What do you think of current pop music? That one's not that. All black people can rap. All right, cool. Why don't the black lawyers in American TV series have their own natural hair, especially the female lawyers? Okay. All right. As a black man, could you finally answer the question? Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? And would you win? I think I'll take the horse-sized duck. I like my odds on that one. I don't have any commands left, Leather. This is a different channel. I don't have any commands yet in this channel. Why are you angry when someone says your skin color is like chocolate? I don't understand. This is just an objective description. You feel inferior because of your skin color, and why? Okay. I want to know black Americans in gangs for you. Are they mortals or not? The mortals, I mean, they're citizens and have no danger. I don't understand that one. Thank you for putting yourself out there. It's been some interesting back and forth here. No, Remy, it's. I'll be honest with you. I won't eat it in public. Hardly ever. Or it depends on where I'm at. I struggled with that one, right? In the sense that I think while both watermelon and chicken are good, it's just anything good can be taken and weaponized, right? And I think it's this sort of trope that they've used. So, for instance, I went to the first time I went to the university. I remember there were frat houses on campus, and it was all white Greek fraternities, right? And then there was talk about letting the black fraternities on campus, and so they started to build one, right? We had one, and in South Carolina, there were certain fraternities that were not too happy about that, and so what they did was they threw a party. They threw a chicken and watermelon party, and each fraternity member had to dress up as a black stereotype. I think it was called a stereotype party. So there were gold teeth, like fake gold teeth. There were rappers, the usual suspects. There were afros, some paint, right? And as the party went on, it was multiple fraternities, right? And as the party went on, what they did was they ordered actual fried chicken, a shit ton of fried chicken, and a lot of watermelon, and they ate it. And then they took the rinds and the bones and they threw it in the new black frat yard. So those guys had to wake up in the middle of the night to like a bunch of chicken bones on the lawn and watermelon. So yeah, that was proud South Carolina moment. Salt on watermelon. I think my pops used to do that, Sour. My pops used to do that. It never took for me. I get it, like the whole salt and sweet sort of deal, but it never really took for me. Do you put lip? I've observed that black people do not seem to approve of other people wearing black clothing and being disgusted by it. Yeah. Okay. Well, this is it's gonna be interesting to respond to. There were some wilder ones in there, but I won't go through all that. Do you put leftovers in outrageous food containers? Remy, it's although I think egging someone's house potentially causes more damage. There's more psychological. That one was worse. Was way worse than egging or toilet paper, right? Because again, like when you egg someone's house or toilet paper, there's a certain level of juvenile sort of prankness to it where anybody can get it, right? But when you number one throw stereotype parties and call it a stereotype party, and you had, I saw it. I made myself scarce because I'm not. Yeah, I made myself scarce because my tolerance for that sort of stuff is just whatever. And so Yeah, they were just blaring rap music, doing all the worst things, like all this different stuff, right? And then it's just the insult to injury, right? Because they were protesting that the black fraternity not be allowed on campus, and to like vandalize it like that, you know, was just crazy. I'm talking chicken in people's cars, broken windows, all that stuff or whatever. It's just what it stood for. I think was what made it worse. You hate watermelon famous? Oh, Rohan, you said real question. Even though you feel safer in Singapore, is it staring more uncomfortable than racism in the U.S.? I don't feel. I have to remind my wife told me today, right? Because I texted her because I had a rare bad experience at the post office here, and that was a whole nother topic or whatever. And I texted her. I'm just like, man, sometimes I just don't want to be stared at, right? It's just like for instance, if it's like a Saturday morning, like, and it's like early, like 6 a.m., 6:30 a.m., we're taking the dogs out, right? Because we live backed up next to a big nature preserve. It's like a lot of people out here, and it's like they will stop and just gawk. And like sometimes, how it is, you ain't had your coffee, or if you drink coffee, I haven't had my like pre-workout or whatever. Like, I just want to get these damn dogs out, have them go to the bathroom, and they're just like, and it's just like, okay, right. And or like our dog Ragnar has explosive diarrhea. There's no graceful way for him to go potty, right? We're trying to fix his stomach, right? And it's just like, all right, here I am. I got to clean up every morning, every time he goes out the potty, explosive diarrhea. And if you got dogs and they have explosive diarrhea, this isn't like picking up a poop pile. I don't want you watching me while I'm like trying to pick that stuff up. Right. But I don't feel on display here. I have to remind myself that I don't look like a lot of people. There are black people here, right? But I do look different. And I do have a certain presence. My wife, she's like, that's the price you pay for having too much aura. And I'm like, okay, that made me laugh. But no, it's not too bad. It's not too bad, Rohan. It's not. They look because I think Tristan and I are tall and stuff like that. But I don't get the whole, oh my gosh, like a black dude. Like, no, that's not been a thing here at all, right? It will be in some parts of Asia, I imagine, from a curiosity standpoint. But nah, it's been welcoming. Like, I don't feel like as an interracial couple, like people are staring at us like, why are you guys together, right? At all. Vivi said, "Love the bonsai tree." It's I did get it local. There's a unique company here called Slow Slow Green. So it's real, but it's preserved. So that means I don't have to water it or prune it or anything like that. It started out as real, but they do something to kind of preserve it to where it's now it lasts for years. But if you touch it, like it's real, like the grass is real and everything, it smells real. Like it's really unique. Like I saw it and I'm just like, I've not seen that before. Because there's fake like bonsai trees, there's that, but then I've never seen a real preserved one. So yeah, I like it. I like it. Asian on the shorter side. They're not as short here as now, maybe China, right? Like it's funny because I got friends that are just like, your son must be dominating in basketball. I'm like, he's not even the tallest person on his team. Right, there's a clip of my son dunking in the warm up, and like there's some trees. There's like a couple 6'8", right? We are on the taller side, right? But it's not like people are that short here, and part of that's because Singapore is very, multicultural. There are a lot of, Malay, Indonesian, Thai, Indian people from all over the world here, so it's a pretty good mix. You can feel when someone's staring at you. I mean, no, there's definitely people taller, but I mean, I'm tall. I'm not like 6'8" or anything like that, but Oh man, you stupid. I can tell, famous. I can tell. I can tell when people are looking at me. I can definitely tell. Yeah, black friends and family, and we've always white, black, Asian jokes. 6'4". Shut up, bro. You can look on it's on YouTube, Remy. There's pictures of me on YouTube next to some folks. That is right, Rohan. Oh, look at you, Mr. Culture in the chat. Never had experienced racism. I actually thought it was dead a long time ago. You did think it was dead, Remy? Oh my God. Yeah, here's the thing. Like Rohan knows this, right? Like I don't take I've got very like deadpan, like dark humor, right? You know, and so I love a good joke, right? I've got friends that in safe environments, like we'll make little jokes and stuff like that, or whatever. But like, nah, man, it's far from dead. It's far from dead. meters. Bro, why you know what, bro? Could be photoshopping. You know, use inches out. They do use centimeters out here. That is taking some getting used to. Like when I go to the butcher and I order stuff, I have to get it in like grams and kilograms, and I'm just like, it's a tough time. Oh, Remy, are you? How do you go live on TikTok? Do you use TikTok Live Studio? They moved. I had some people on TikTok that I promised I'd go live for, and I feel bad like I'm letting them down, but I don't see how to go live. It's like they moved something. What did Leather say? How many people have called me Michael Jordan? Not a lot. The one I get, there's seal jokes that people will make. There's that guy from Snowfall. Any bald, dark-skinned man I've been referenced as, especially on TikTok, ironically, that we're trying to go live on right now. I grew up, I heard a kid on Cotton Leader told me that he was that way and everyone in the South was. You become desensitized to it, but yeah, the South can definitely be rough. There's a lot of folks that just don't understand that it's still. Really famous? You've never dealt with a racist encounter? Boy. Remy, do you know how to go live on TikTok? Like, did something change? I wonder if, hold on. What if I do it from my, can I get the stream key from my phone? Hold on, y'all. This is just pissing me off. Create an event. No, that's create an event. Announce live schedule. Sour, I can tell you that. So there's no this is bizarre, man. Like, where's the go live button? Hold on, y'all. If y'all hear the audio, sorry about that. Is this using Restream or something? Nah, I don't want to like I need to be able to just hit the go live button, because typically when I go live, Remy, now that I have a stream key, I go live just to get on the desktop just to get the stream key, and then I copy and paste it into OBS, and that allows me to go live. But like, where is the button? Like, for instance, you should be like, typically I would go to tiktok.com on my desktop and just click go live, and then that gives me the stream key. Then I can go live in OBS. Because of that. So Sarah, you just gotta how I did it was I joined an agency. It doesn't cost you anything. And then once you join the agency, there's like a Discord and everything. And then you have to go live a certain amount of times for a certain period of time. And then once you do that, you apply for the stream key, or they apply for it on your behalf. And then once you meet all the requirements, then you get the stream key. But it changes each time you go live. So typically what I do is I go to tiktok.com. I hit the go live button, which is supposed to be like, there's For You, Explore, Following, and there's typically a go live button. I click that, and then I get the stream key and I'm good to go. But that button is just not there for me. And this bothers me because I need to keep my hours up, especially for like just yapping. And I'm yapping, and I've gotten some new folks on TikTok the last couple streams, and now I can't even like. But I see all these other people live. What am I missing? Delta Force that good, famous? I mean, everyone else is going live though, Remy. So something's gotta be. And I know I have the ability to go live. My account's not. Let me Google, where did they move? Is there any like recent? Oh, this is not. I haven't played Delta Force, famous. I mean, how would you compare? What would you compare it to? Is it more like? It looks a little bit slower, yeah. I'm gonna play some COD tonight just because I haven't played COD in forever. So. Crossplay, yeah, I might have to. Oh, IRL basketball. Me and my son at the gym. Shit, no. I went. Maybe at some point. I don't do anything anymore, Sour. I can barely I think I can still beat him, but and he's getting up on the rim now, so might be cooked. Might be cooked. I am cooked. My knees are cooked. My Achilles is cooked. Sour, I'm trying to avoid surgery. I'm not giving y'all no IRL content. Like if I've got 2 tears, I've got a partial tear in both Achilles. And no cartilage. I'm bone on bone for my knees. So yeah. I mess around and get back out there, I'll be like, Achilles just be like, snap. And I got to be able to get on a plane. I ain't got time to be on those, whatever those things that you wheel when you snap something or go to Snap City. It's midnight for me, Leather. Yeah, so that's the way. Sour, if you want to use, let me see if I click go live on TikTok, if that'll change anything. Yeah, if you want to use OBS, you got to get that stream key. I'm trying here. I'm trying everything. Nah, I used to play 2K back in the day, and then at some point something changed with 2K. And then I've been garbage. I've been garbage ever since. I haven't felt the pull. I've never got into FIFA. It's a science. You'll get it, Sour. I'll let y'all see what I'm talking about. So typically, like this is where the go live button is supposed to be, and it just says live.
For us not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it should be there. Playing videos. Like that should say go live. Big hockey player. No, Sour. I used to use TikTok Live Studio. No, not anymore. So I'll pull over. Can y'all see that? No, you don't. You don't see OBS. No, I used to use their software. Because even once you click go live on this desktop right here, that doesn't automatically take you live. Then it'll take you to the server and the stream key settings. And then that's, you just put that information over in OBS and you're good. But like, let's try one more thing. Maybe let's try logging out and logging back in. Okay. I did not mean to play that. I'm not shadowed anymore, Sour. And I actually played a plunder game just to test. And I think I dropped like 25. And then there was literally a guy in the chat like calling me a cheater and saying that I was cheating. So it's literally OBS. I don't know how to do that, Remy. So TikTok sees that, but how would that fix TikTok being able to see? I don't understand how the TikTok would be able to see, because I still need to be able to go like actual live on TikTok to get my TikTok crowd, right, Remy? You see what I'm saying? Oh my God. You just hate it because like the last couple times I've been on TikTok, I've gotten some momentum. It's like the algorithm was showing me some love, and now it's like I can't even take advantage of that. And I'm upset. Finally showing some love. So 1 p.m. tomorrow for me. Oh, that would be crazy. Nah, I didn't appeal it. Famous. There was no way for me to appeal. It said not eligible for appeal. Oh my goodness, Serenity. Better go get him. Go get him. Yeah, I didn't appeal it. It gave me no option. I tried opening a case with Activision, and then the case was immediately closed. They were just like, nope. Wait until it's investigated, blah, blah, blah. Whatever that mess they're saying that you're being investigated, blah, blah, blah. And literally, I popped into Sour's Discord earlier today, and I was yapping with them, and I checked. I'm like, let me check, and I was like, nope, still shadow ban. And literally, I was about to I Googled buy another account, and I guess I need to just buy a whole new account and just go that right. And like literally, right as I was about to buy an account, I was like, let me check one more time before I hit the pay button. And then I checked, and it was like, no ban detected. So here we are. Oh, Sour. Okay. Why you ain't tell me that the whole when this happened a week ago, Famous? You still have the email? Send it to me because I do think what happened. I think something's weird with Singapore, and I've since changed my BattleNet stuff. I think I changed my BattleNet stuff yesterday to Singapore, so it didn't look like I was doing some crazy whatever. And I do want to email them proactively and be like, look, dude, like I'm in Singapore. There's nothing funky going on. I'm like I need y'all to know that. I mean, I'm here now, so. I don't mean to be distracted here, guys, but I really want to go live. Ho, 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 ho. I just found it. We're gonna yap some more. So you have to go to the live center now. Okay. I understand it now. So now we shut this off. Copy the stream key. Vertical canvas. Output settings. Save output. Sour, I'll show you this, or I'll send you screenshots and show it to you. I'll send you that agency too, Sour, if you want. It's pretty easy requirements to fill, for being honest. As much as you stream. All right, can we check to see if we're Gucci on TikTok? Real men sit in silence and smoke cigars. Yep. Well, Remy, the problem was, so I talked to my friend Amir, right? Because he's been shadowed before, and like I said, he's a World Series of Warzone player. And so Amir, Sisti, and Rakes, we used to play together. We've dropped a few nukes back when nukes were popping, right? And so those guys are like, I mean, they were on the radar at World Series of Warzone 2 years ago or whatever it was, right? And so it's like the community knows who they were. I always thought Amir was whitelisted, right? But Rakes got shadow banned, and they're saying that when it says, most people it'll say like multiplayer or whatever it is, but mine said all of them, campaign, all of it. And he was like, I think Rakes is still shadow banned, and it's been a month. And like I said, those guys are pro players. They're legit. I'm not saying they're legit because they're pro, because some pro players do cheat, but I know those guys don't cheat. So I got two issues. We got Famous just now giving me that email, and now Remy, you're offering up that account. Like, where were y'all a week ago? Oh, my TikTok is wild. What an interesting time in the U.S. How do y'all feel about what's happening? Like, what's the climate like in your cities? Well, I meant like Leather. You know what, Leather? I meant like the climate, like social climate. Like there's lots of unrest, it seems, I think, with all this stuff that's happening in office. Oh, you know what? Should have seen how defeated your face was. I mean, it was because Remy, like that was tough, right? Like it's like on one hand, I didn't miss COD like that, right? I've actually enjoyed the yapping. I've enjoyed the new content. I've enjoyed like filming it. I've enjoyed like going on live TikTok a couple of times, like talking to folks. I did a couple collabs, but it was just like the principle of it, right? It's like I couldn't reconcile grinding this game as much as I did, and you guys have seen it. Like there were times when my TikTok was popping, like I'm talking like 1,000 people in there. Now whether they were trolling and talking about making fun of racists and all that stuff, whatever, but traffic is traffic, right? And then there was times where I remember when we used to let the lobby cook because you used to try and stay in Vondell, right? And then I mean I know I've been spam reported like hundreds of times. As much stuff as I used to talk in my shorts on Prox Chat, you know, and to have it happen like when I've barely been playing the game is just like, come on. You know? I do love the grass, Leather. I do. I don't know, DW. I enjoy I do you know, we don't regret set like part of me wishes I would have held on to my house in Austin, right? Just to kind of, you know, just from an investment standpoint or whatever. But, you know, and for me, it's not about an individual. It's not about an individual. You know, I could care less about that person. It's just the people. The people, I think. It seems that we've lost the ability, like in my space, right? I don't know if Rohan's still here, right? You know, in the technical space, right? You know, AI is hot right now. Everyone's talking about AI, right? There's different trains of thought in this whole AI rat race, right? If you guys haven't, hold 1 second, I'm getting okay. Thought my wife needed me for a second. Shut up, Leather. If you haven't, you should read. There's a book called The Coming Wave by Mustafa Suleiman, I think. There's different trains of thoughts on AI, right? You know, Sam Altman has his viewpoint. You know, Mustafa certainly has his. A lot more doom and gloom, right? But like even in the field of technology, right, you can have a healthy discourse, right? In the room with a bunch of leaders, right? If you're working for a tech company, right, it's you know, and you're trying to figure out the pillars of the business. You're trying to figure out an operating rhythm. If you cannot have discourse about different perspectives on where the company should go, then you're dead in the water. Can someone confirm if TikTok is up and running? Um, right now in the U.S., right, and this isn't a political channel, so we're not gonna get too deep into it. It just seems like the country has lost the ability to just have any sort of normal discourse at all, and that's crazy to me. Like the heaviness that I feel in the air, like that's crazy to me. And to me, it's like a perfect storm of just like no discourse, right? Meanwhile, right? It's the have versus it's always been the have versus the have-nots, right? And everyone's so distracted with talking about the Black Little Mermaid or talking about this wing or that wing, left, right, or whatever. And meanwhile, the rich get richer, and they're laughing at everyone. Like the elites are laughing at everyone, and it's just like, wow, like we should not be. So yeah, that part, man, that part. We're good. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Your pipes froze yesterday. How'd the interview go, Remy? Did it go well at least? I forget that it's cold where you guys are at. Like I saw Houston got snow. I'm so disconnected. I'm not rubbing it in. I'm just so disconnected from it here because it's like warm every damn day. Like I forget that it's like dead of winter. Yeah, I think famous. I'm gonna keep. It's so hard to get traction on TikTok, and with TikTok because TikTok's still not out of the woods. I decided to just merge. Like for YouTube, I want to keep it separate. The new channel is going to be Singapore and tech and all that stuff, whatever. For YouTube, it makes sense to keep it separate. But for TikTok, I figure I'll just keep it, man. I'll just keep it with this one because I mean I got like 11,000 followers, so -11 leather. Yeah, Serenity. It was and it's winter here, but by win the only winter here is like not as hot. It's monsoon season here though. We've been getting lots of rain, so there's that. Got the job, but not but kind of not happy about the days. Incredible health insurance. Oh, you're working that overnight shift. Oh man. Well, I hope you adjust to it, man. I used to work. I'm trying to think back. I worked ages ago, right? For a company called Bell Howell that was housed inside of a Blue Cross Blue Shield. And so the job that I had was like it was really good money, really good benefits. I was an inserter operator, right? And so when you think of like benefits checks that go out, whether it's like healthcare benefits or whatever these checks are, right? Literally, you go into this warehouse, this huge warehouse, and there are stacks and stacks. I'm talking like probably about 6 foot tall with four sides to them of like perforated EOB, explanation of benefits, and then checks attached to it. These checks range anywhere from 75 cents to like thousands of dollars, right? And so it's a whole warehouse full of this stuff. And essentially, there was a machine that was about 20 feet long, and the machine essentially pulled these checks and these benefits off, and it had all these complex bells and whistles and stuff like that. And to man the machine, you're walking the span of 20 feet, and just essentially just takes these things and gets it from off the cart into an envelope. But that was the job, right? And I worked swing shift, right? So I worked six. You would do like 3 or 4 weeks of 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and then overtime. And then you switch, you'd get like 7 days off. and then you do 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., and then you work 7 straight days, and then you just rotate back and forth. So that was a pretty wild schedule. Not as wild as when I was in the club game, getting off at like 6:30 a.m., getting home at 6:30, and then going to class at 8. That was rough. That was rough. How old are your kids, Remy? I think they're still young. So you left DC to come home to visit New Orleans? And it doesn't snow that. I mean, that's rare for New Orleans, right, Darsh? -11 is insane, Leather. I don't think I'm built for that. Back when I used to work for Boeing, I used to travel to Chicago all the time. I hated. I would try to avoid Chicago in the winter just because I can't function that way. I cannot function that way. Hope Lil Wayne is sick. Once in a lifetime event. That's another thing too, Darsh. Like there's lots of there's a lot of once in a lifetime things happening these days. About once a year. I think we can all agree things are off, yeah? Like things are off. Something in the air. They offer you daytime, but you need it nighttime. Well, at least the hard part's out of the way, right? At least you got the gig, Remy. So congrats on that. I know you'll figure the rest of it out. Stop covering up. Need to figure out my background. Blame the government. Well, there's some. It's so funny that people used to laugh. People are now starting to understand that weather manipulation is a thing. People used to laugh about it, but now they're like, "Oh, wait, that's a thing? Yeah, it's a thing." 10, 7, and 4. Oh, y'all went like the 3, 3, 3. Boys, girls. So you're almost to, not, I don't want to say easy street, but you're almost to cruise control. That 4-year-old. Yeah, DW, but people don't want to hear it. Like some people prefer to be ostriches, just stick their heads in the sand. If I stick my head in the sand, it's not going to happen. Hey, Leather, I mean, maybe I was the anchor holding the dam together. I was trying. I was trying to hold that dam together, Leather. Yeah, we got to get our citizenship figured out here. Because what I've suspected for a long time, there's going to be a mad dash. There already has been a mad dash here of people trying to get over here. Yeah. Yeah. And so as things play out, lots of people are trying to get abroad or thinking about doing it. So 32 to 12. Where you go find the sand? Is it under the snow? Remy, I don't think 3 is a sweet spot. I think 2 is a sweet spot, if I'm being honest, because you're like man to man. Like 3, you're running a zone. From what I've heard from my circle, I think the jump from 2 to 3 is pretty significant, and then from 3 to 5 is not that different, but from 2 to 3, I've heard it's just like it's a completely different thing. Oh, the best price house? Oh man. Well, it depends, right? So it's funny because like there are HDBs here, which is public housing, but we've been so when you hear public housing, you probably think of like, the hood, right? Or you think of like, rundown areas. Like that's not what public housing is here. Right. As a matter of fact, like public housing, I think is decent. It can be decently affordable, but like it's very locked down, meaning that it's for permanent residents and people that are Singaporean, and that's intentional, right? They don't want a bunch of expats coming here taking up the housing, right? But it all depends on your needs and your wants and the area. So the best price I've seen, so Singaporean dollars, I don't think it's 0.78. Let me look up Singaporean dollars to USD. Singaporean dollars to US dollar. So one Singaporean dollar is about 74 cents. I'll get to your comment in a second, DW. So famous, I think so housing is not cheaper. No. Like you don't even want to know what we pay. But again, I think that's a premium here, right? In our situation, needing a full family home, we have a landed home, right, which is hard to get, right? But there's plenty of apartments, mainly condos here. People do roommates and stuff like that, to where I think the prices are pretty decent. I don't have a beat on it yet, but we are in the like, my God, yeah, it was definitely sticker shock coming out here. That's for damn sure. 5, 26, 15. That's the spread. Bivy, you said 32 to 12. I mean, cruise control. Yeah, I'd say cruise control. I mean, because it's like my son's 15, my daughter's 9. Right? There's no daycare. After daycare, it's like, okay, cool. You get a bit of a break. It's like turning 25 and your car insurance going down. Son's pretty self-sufficient. He helps take care of his sister and stuff like that or whatever. But yeah, and I guess we had such a rough start with both kids being really premature and us almost losing my wife both times. So it's just like easy street's a relative term, I think, but definite cruise control, I'd say. Is TikTok lagging? No, it seems to be lagging on mine. That's the thing about it. That's the thing about it. It's not famous. It's been increased, but like the safety that you feel and the peace of mind, like that's worth its weight in gold. Like knowing my kids are not gonna go to school and get shot, that's worth its weight in gold. DW, give me your theory on the UFOs. What's your theories? What's your theory? JFK files is supposed to drop. I think by the time they drop Sour, I don't know if it'll. Are there still people that think that UFOs aren't a thing? I wonder. I mean, are there still people that think that? No, we're definitely not alone. All right, looks like I'm not in the algorithm tonight. Not in the algorithm on TikTok at all. Jesus. But early this week, it was good. It was really good. All right, Sour, we'll see you soon. All right, what we'll do is I think we see what we need to do. How long have we been live? Did we do at least an hour? We have done an hour. Okay. What we're probably going to do here, folks, we want to test this stream out. We'll keep the TikTok up. Now the question is, can I switch it effectively? Can I switch it effectively? I got some stuff to say about that DW, but I'll save that for the other channel, the other YouTube. I'll save that for the other YouTube. All right, so we did a test on this one. We will end this one. And what do you say? I play some Warzone. Remy, you I'm starting off with a couple solo games to see how the ping looks, and if you want to join up, you can. I don't know if it's gonna work in terms of like the ping, but we can test it out. All right. I wanted to test this stream out, Famous, but then over the weekend, let's figure out a day to try that new game too before season 2 drops. Hold on, where's the other thumbnail? DW, I want to hear on the other channel what you think, your thoughts on that topic. Yep, Vivi, we'll run some Warzone. It's been a minute. It's been a while. Now let's see if I can. So we're gonna end this one. Thank y'all so much for coming in, testing it out, help me figure this stuff out. Appreciate y'all. TikTok, we're gonna stay up. I don't think there's anybody in TikTok, but we're gonna stay up. Switch over to some Warzone. See what we got. I'll see y'all soon.